Thank you all for joining me today. My name is Julie Neighbors. I am the Wanderlust Professor. In today's practice, we're going to be focusing in on stress relief and the subtle body. This practice should be accessible for most people. Remember to honor your body, listen to whatever it is that's telling you. If you go into a pose and it becomes uncomfortable, you can always dial back the intensity or come out of it completely. If at any point in time you feel as though you're becoming overwhelmed, always return back down to your mat, ground yourself, take a child's pose, an easy seat like this, whatever it is that you need. The whole point of yoga is to listen to yourself and honor whatever it is that it is saying to you. For our practice, we're going to begin on our back. So find a comfortable reclined position. This can be with your legs extended or knees bent. Just take a moment to arrive on your mat. Maybe roll your hips side to side. Take your palms facing up, close your eyes, and take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take your hands and place them on top of your belly and really feel your chest and belly expand and contract with your inhale and exhale. Now, as you're working with your breath, allow your mind to scan your body. Do you have areas that are uncomfortable? Is there something that is bothering you in your knee or your hip, shoulder? Do you have a headache? What is it in your body that is speaking to you today? Or maybe there is nothing. Maybe you are completely at ease. Just scan your body, notice whatever it's telling you, and just acknowledge it. We don't have to do anything with it, just acknowledge it, and continue to breathe. On your next inhale, bending at your knees, placing your heels on the floor. We're going to take our right leg and taking our right ankle on top of our left knee, allowing that right knee to fall open. We're going to bring that left thigh in towards our chest and wrap our hands around our thigh. Pull it in towards your chest as far as you can, and if you can't, that's fine. You can leave it here with your left heel on the floor and just place a little bit of tension on that right knee. Find whatever works best for you. And just breathe. Inhale and exhale. And drop that left heel down to the mat, taking your right hand, grab a hold of the outside right edge of your foot. Allow that right knee to drop wide, using the left leg as your counterbalance. Release your right hand, extend that right leg up towards the ceiling, extend your left leg down to the mat, and drop that right leg to the left side of your mat. Extend your right arm out to the side like you're in a half T. So we're stretching all the way across our body. Bend into that right knee. Bring it back across your body. Wrap your arms around your knee and just pull it in next to your chest for a big hug. Then extend that right leg back down to the mat. We're going to take our left leg this time, our left ankle on top of our right knee. Now, if you need to be here in this position, go for it. You can take pressure on that left knee, allowing it to open up, or you can wrap your hands around your right thigh and pull it in towards your chest. Just continue to inhale and exhale. Release that right foot down to the mat, taking your left hand, grab a hold of the pinky edge of your left foot. Allow that knee to drop wide open and use your right leg as a counterbalance. Release that left hand, extend that left leg straight up to the ceiling. Extend your right leg long and drop that left leg over to the right side of your mat. And extend your left arm out to a T. Just continue to breathe. Bend into that left leg. Bring that knee across your body into your chest and give it a nice big hug. Release, take both knees down to the mat, or no, both heels down to the mat. We're coming into our bridge pose. So for bridge, we're going to ground down through our heels. On our inhale, we're going to raise our belly up towards the ceiling. So taking your palms down to the mat, roll your shoulder blades underneath you. And on your inhale, press through your heels and raise your belly up towards the ceiling. Really engaging your glutes, keeping your knees parallel. Don't allow them to fall open. And then exhale, slowly rolling down, one vertebrae at a time. Feeling each vertebrae press into the mat. And then again, inhaling up, grounding down through your heels, and taking your belly up towards the ceiling. If you want to, you can clasp your hands underneath you, rolling your shoulder blades closer together. And then exhale, release your hands and slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to do that one more time. Ground down through your heels, inhale your belly. And exhale, slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Bring your knees into your chest. Just a little roll side to side. Massage out your lower back. Then we're going to do 3 spinal rolls up to a seated position. If that is uncomfortable for you, just press up through your hands and come up to a seated position. From here, just come into an easy seat, whatever that means for you, as long as you are comfortable. We're going to take our hands to our knees and just close our eyes and allow your right ear to drop to your right shoulder. Just take the time here to really notice, how does the left side of your neck feel? Is this left shoulder riding up? Can you press it away from your ear? It's going to give you a much deeper stretch in the left side of your neck. But always honor whatever your body is saying, and if it becomes uncomfortable, dial back the intensity or don't do it at all. And then drop your chin down to your chest, maybe sway your head side to side. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And then your left ear to your left shoulder, keeping that right shoulder from riding up, which it has a tendency to do. Really make sure to press it away. And then dropping your head back, maybe swaying it side to side. And find stillness and just breathe. And slowly bring your head back up to center. Inhale your arms up overhead, palms together, and then coming down to cactus arms. So we look like a football goalpost. From here, kind of press those elbows back, really pressing those shoulder blades together on the back side of your body, feeling that lengthening here across your chest. Nice round of breath, and then inhale back up again, and exhale down to cactus. And one more, inhale up, and exhale to cactus. Beautiful. We're going to take our left hand to our right knee, right hand behind us, gazing over that right shoulder. And then coming back through center, right hand to left knee, left hand behind, gazing over the left shoulder. And coming back to center and come onto our hands and knees. So in tabletop, this is a very popular pose in yoga. And for proper alignment, you want to have your wrists underneath your shoulders, your fingers spread nice and wide on your mat. Your hips and knees are in alignment. We don't want our knees too far back. We want to stack our bones so that we're properly transferring our weight. So in tabletop, we have a nice neutral flat spine, gazing just a few inches in front of our fingers. The tops of our feet are pressing down into the mat. We want to drop our belly down towards the mat. Dropping your belly down towards the mat, gazing forward, and then taking those shoulder blades, pressing them together on the back side of your body. This is cow pose. Then we're going to move from here to cat. So rounding our spine, taking it up towards the ceiling, spreading the shoulder blades apart and gazing down towards our knees. Then inhale, drop the belly for cow. And exhale, round for cat. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. Coming back into your neutral tabletop. From here, walk your hands in and press yourself up to your knees. From here, we're going to be moving with our breath. So taking our arms up overhead, and as we exhale, we're going to dive down. So really pressing with our hands like we're pressing through water. We're going to take our belly to our thighs and our seat to our heels. So exhale, swimming, pressing, taking your forehead down to the mat. And then inhale, rising with control. Exhale, diving down. And inhale, rising. Exhale. And inhale. From here, lower your arms down to your side and extend your left leg out long. So our left leg is coming out from our side. We want to keep our leg and hips in alignment so we're not dropping our butt backwards. So nice, tall, straight spine. The pinky edge of our foot is down on the outside edge of our mat. We're going to allow our left hand to just dangle. If you need it for support, absolutely use it. Taking our right hand up overhead, hinging to the left. So if you need it for support, use it for support. If you really want to feel that stretch on the right side of your body, allow that left arm to just dangle. We're reaching through those right fingertips, really feeling that stretch all the way down the right side of our body. And continue to breathe. Exhale. Lower your arm down. Bring that left leg back in. Extend the right leg out to the side. Once again, we've got the pinky edge of our right foot down, keeping that leg in line with our hip. Nice, tall, straight spine. Use your right hand for support if you need to. Otherwise, allow it to dangle. Take your left arm up overhead, hinging to the right, really reaching through those fingertips. Now your gaze, it can be straight ahead. You can look up at the ceiling, or you can look down at the floor. Whatever it is that's comfortable for you. Just breathe. Notice that stretch happening along that left side of your body. That's our target. And then release. Bring that right leg back in, and we're coming back into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to curl our toes and take our seat up and back for down dog. So in down dog, you might be on your toes. You might have your heels all the way to the mat. Whatever works for you. You need to find what feels best for you. If you need to walk your feet closer in, you can do that as well. If it all feels too much, you can take a nice, deep, generous bend in your knees. Find what works best for you in your body. We're allowing our head to hang between our shoulder blades. And just breathe. Take a nice deep bend in your right knee and then your left. Really pedaling out those legs, getting some movement and blood going in your legs. And then keeping your toes planted, we're going to shift our weight forward, coming into plank. Now you might have to adjust. So in plank, we want a straight line from the crown of our head all the way down to our heels. Our arms are supporting us. Now, if this is too much, you can always drop down to your knees, or you can come to your elbows, finding what works best for you. Even on my knees and elbows, I'm looking for a straight line from the crown of my head all the way down. You don't want your bottom too far up. and you don't want it too far down. Find that nice, strong, straight line. Go ahead and lower down onto your belly if you were in an elevated plank. Down on our belly, we're on our elbows. We have our fingers spread nice and wide out in front of us. So our elbow is directly underneath our shoulder. Our belly is touching the mat. The tops of our feet are engaged, pressing down into the mat. Now from here, we're going to actually draw our elbows back towards us, and it's going to feel like we're almost being pulled forward on our mat. Gazing forward, drawing those shoulder blades together on the back side of your body. And just breathe here. All of your muscles are engaged, your legs are engaged, pressing through the tops of your fingers. Your arms are engaged because you're pulling those elbows back towards your chest. And breathe. And then release down to the mat. Stack your hands on top of one another. Allow your forehead to come down. Shimmy your hips side to side to release any tension that might have accumulated in your lower back. And take one round of breath. From here, release your hands from underneath you and extend them long to your mat. From here, we're going to our left on our inhale, left arm, right leg, and exhale down. Right arm, left leg on your inhale. Exhale down. Right arm, left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm, left leg, down. One more. Left arm, right leg, and down. Right arm, left leg, and down. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up into tabletop and back through to child's pose. Now for child's pose, you can have your knees together or you can take them the width of the mat, bringing your heels together and taking your seat down to your heels. Bringing your forehead down to the mat and then walking your fingertips forward. Take a round of breath. And slide your hands back in under your shoulders. Come back into tabletop. From here, curl your toes and take your seat up and back for down dog. Nice, deep, generous knee bends. And then walk your hands back to meet your toes. Come into a full forward fold. You're allowing yourself to hang heavy here. You can take a bend in your knees if you need to. Whatever feels best for you. Allow your head to hang heavy. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Bringing your head up last. Taking your arms overhead, palms together, and down through heart center. From here, just take a nice round of breath. So inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. From here, notice your alignment. We want to keep our toes underneath our knees and our knees underneath our hips. So we're nice in alignment here. We're going to sit back as though we're sitting in an invisible chair, bringing our hands together at heart center. Take a round of breath. And then take your right elbow to your left knee, coming into a gentle twist. And back through center, left elbow to right knee. And come back to center. Press yourself up, slight back bend, and back to center. Coming into a balance pose. Balance is one of those key ingredients that keeps us healthy and safe as we get older. It's important for everybody at every age. So for tree, we're going to transfer our weight to our left standing leg. We're going to take that right foot off of the mat. If you don't feel good and balanced, keep those toes touching the floor, or you can always come to a wall, a chair, a desk, sofa, anything that you have that will give you support. If you feel balanced, you can take that right knee up off of the mat. Okay, and we're going to rotate that knee open. Now allow your heel to come to rest on your shin. We don't want to be on our knee because that's not good for our knee joint. When you feel stable here, grow your branches up towards the sky, rolling those shoulder blades away from your ears, and taking a round of breath. And then slowly lower that right leg back down. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So transferring your weight to your right standing leg. Take your toes just in a little kickstand. They're here if you need them. If you feel stable, go ahead and raise that left knee. Open it to the side and take the heel down to your shin. From here, grow your branches up towards the sky and roll those shoulder blades away from your ears. This works best if you find something in the room to focus your attention on that is not moving. And breathe. And release, slowly lowering that foot down. Beautiful. Let's take our arms back overhead, inhaling and exhaling, folding forward. Coming into a half lift, taking our hands to our shins, a flat back, gazing just to the front of your mat. Exhale, full forward fold. Step your hands forward, coming into a plank. And then lower your knees down. Lower your chest down to the mat and hug those elbows in next to your chest. Inhale, raise your chest up off of the mat. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Plant your hands and curl your toes and press up for plank. Take your seat up and back for down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Reverse swan dive, arms up overhead, hands together and down through heart center. Beautiful. We're going to step our right foot forward. We're going to come onto the ball of our left foot, bending into our right knee and checking that our knee is not going too far over our ankle and that we can see our big toe. So take a hold of your hips and make sure that they're both pointing towards that short edge of your mat. Make sure that our chest is nice and tall. Take our arms overhead and roll those shoulders up, back, and down. From here, we're going to exhale, hinging forward and taking our arms back behind us. Inhale, bringing your arms forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And one more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Come back up to center. Drop your left heel down and straighten your right leg. So we have two straight legs. We have our hips still pointing forward. We're going to hinge forward, folding over that right standing leg, taking our head heavy and reaching for the mat. If you have blocks that you use in your practice, and you want to extend your hands, if you have a chair that you want to use for support, this is a beautiful pose to use props. Bend into that right leg. Take your hands to the mat and take your right foot back to meet your left. Coming into plank and then back for down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your toes. And reverse swan dive, arms up overhead, palms together, and down through heart center. This time we're going to step our left foot forward. So we're coming onto the toes of our right foot. We're going to bend into this left leg, making sure that you can still see your big toe. Taking those hips, pointing them towards that short edge of your mat, and taking your arms up overhead, rolling those shoulder blades away. We're going to hinge forward and exhale our arms back behind us. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Come to rise back up. We're going to drop that right heel down to the mat and straighten the left leg. From here, hinging forward, reaching for the mat, taking your head down towards your knee. Now, if you have blocks here, it's a great time to use your blocks. If you have a chair, the arm of a sofa for support, whatever it is that you have to support you in your practice. Bend into that left leg, plant both hands, take that left leg back to meet the right, coming into plank. Drop both knees down to the mat, take them the width of the mat, and sit back for child's pose. Allow your forehead to come to the mat, reach your fingertips nice and long, and reconnect with your breath. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Sit back towards your heels and then swing your legs around in front. Taking our legs nice and long to the mat. We have our legs extended out in front of us. Now we're not going to flex our toes, so our toes are not going to be pointing towards our face. We're going to have our legs nice and relaxed. Our kneecaps are relaxed. Taking our arms overhead and exhale, rounding forward, reaching for your toes, allowing your head to hang heavy. And just breathe. Release your arms. Slowly roll up. Bring the shoulders up, back, and around, tenting your fingers behind you, pressing those shoulder blades together, shining your heart forward, and taking your head back just a little. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Another inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back up to center. From here, bring your heels together, allowing your knees to fall wide, coming into butterfly. Now for butterfly, you can stay upright and just kind of hinge forward if that's enough of a stretch for you. You can always grab a hold of your toes and really pull yourself down if that's what you want, rounding your spine. You can even do a flat back, so keeping your back nice and flat, pulling yourself forward. Whatever option you take is going to feel different in your body, so find what feels best for you. You can even come into butterfly, and while you're rounded forward, take your thumbs and give your toes a little bit of a massage. So whatever pose is speaking to you, go ahead and take that, and we're going to take 3 rounds of breath. And then slowly press yourself up, bringing your head up last. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Extend your legs long. From here, we're going to roll down to the mat with control until you can't anymore, and then flop over. From here, come to a comfortable position on your back and just take a moment to breathe. This whole practice is designed to relieve stress that might have accumulated in your body. Take that moment to just breathe and release. From here, bending into your legs, taking your heels to the mat and taking your feet the width of the mat. We're going to drop both knees to the left side. So dropping both knees to the left, looking for a stretch here in our right hip. So if you want more of a stretch in your right hip, you can take that left ankle on top of your right knee and use it to pull that right knee closer to the mat. Taking your arms out to a T and gaze to the right. And then slowly release, bringing your knees back to center. You can sway your knees side to side like windshield wipers. And take a moment of stillness. And then taking your feet back at the width of the mat again, dropping both knees to the right side of the mat. If you took that stretch on the left side, consider taking it on the right. So right ankle on top of the left knee, allowing that weight to pull that knee closer to the mat. This time, take your arms up to cactus or goalpost and take your gaze to the left. And all you have to do is breathe. Allow your body to feel into the stretch. And notice on the exhale, can you get a little bit deeper into the stretch, allowing for a little bit more of a release. And then slowly uncurl your legs, bringing your knees back to center. Windshield wiper them side to side. Bring your arms down along your side and extend your legs long. Coming into our Shavasana. So find whatever is comfortable for you. That might mean legs extended. It could mean legs bent. Could be laying on your side. Find what feels best for you. If you had a blanket, maybe use it to support your neck, your head, or cover yourself up and be nice and cozy. Just take a few minutes here and relax in your Shavasana. Begin to bring movement to your body. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Stretching your arms. And when you're ready, roll to your side and press yourself up to a seated position. Come to find a comfortable seat. Let's do one more round of breath together, inhaling our arms up overhead, palms together, and down through heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.